So, firstly, congratulations, Ananya and Karishma, and thank you so much for taking our time for the session. Um, Now, just a brief about why we're all here together today. So, we had a segment called Campus Chronicles with the aim to introduce all of you to the stories of in house IGD2WIs so that you can get to learn from them. You can get to see their journey, get inspired, and push yourselves to your limits, exceed your limits, and get the thing that you're passionate about. So, with that aim, we have again these two amazing girls with us, and they have prepared their slides wherein they'll be covering their journeys. They'll be covering some tips for interviews. They'll be covering the process of Google Step internship. They'll be covering some tips for resumes. So, they've covered it all, and they've also picked up some frequently asked questions in the forms that we rolled out for you guys, and they'll be picking them up one by one and answering them at the end of this call. And then we'll be leaving the ground open for live questions. So I guess without wasting much time, let's get started with it. Over to you, Ananya and Karishma.
Hi guys, I am Ananya Jain, third year CSE undergraduate from IGD2W. I step intern at Google this summer and also received the PPI offer. I also bagged an internship offer from Amazon. Apart from that, I was also selected for the Intuit mentorship program, Intuit Augment 2020. Over to Karishma.
Hi everyone, I am Karishma, and interestingly, we both have kind of same achievements. So I have also been a step intern, bagged the PPI offer, and the Amazon internship. And I had also been a mentee at the Intuit mentorship program. And besides that, I had also been a part of Microsoft Student Partner Program, wherein I had learned about the Microsoft technologies. So let's begin today's session regarding the STEP internship. Ananya?
Yeah. So, what is a STEP internship program? STEP stands for Summer Training in Engineering Program. It's a 8 to 12-week internship opportunity at Google, and it's for first and second year undergraduates. It's a great way to connect with Googlers and work with them. And it's basically in foreign countries, it's open for both boys and girls, but in India, it's basically focused for female, but everyone is open to apply. Boys can apply too. Anything you want to add, Karishma?
Yeah. Okay. So it's a 8 to 10 week internship program, but because of this virtual environment this year, the step interns had majorly worked for 6 weeks, but we could get the internship extended as well. And it's a really amazing opportunity for enhancing our technical skills. But I think everyone will agree to that we also got an opportunity to enhance our soft skills or interpersonal skills as well, because they are also very important. And besides that, it was a really great way to connect with the Googlers. We got to know about the Google's culture, which is really amazing. And also having a step internship looked great on the resume too. So we have better chances of getting shortlisted for future opportunities because Google is a great organization to work at. So Ananya, anything?
Okay. So, how and when to apply? So, unfortunately, Google does not visit our campus for Step in Turn program, but yes, you can always apply off campus. The applications for the same open during the first week of January on their careers website. We will definitely update you when the applications will open, and you can directly apply from them. And in the applications, they ask for two main things: your resume and your transcripts. So make sure that you don't have any active backlog on your transcript, and your resume should be like a very strong resume to get shortlisted. And apart from that, Google receives around thousands of applications for the step intern program. So, and they select only 20-30 students. So the chances that your resume will get selected are very less than 1%. So referrals are a great opportunity through which you can directly go in the interview. So you can ask for referrals from Googlers or other IGDTW alumni who are currently working at Google and on LinkedIn, and you can ask from them if they are if they agree to give you a referral for the stepping stone program, so that you can directly go to the interview process.
In this session, we will also be telling you about how to make good resume, so you can listen to that. And in the chat, I have shared the link of the website of the careers website, so you can go through that as well after the session, maybe.
So if
Next slide
the
only.
yeah, if anyone does not know what are transcripts are your mark sheets for all the semesters. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, there's no particular percentage. Acha,
Okay, so okay, so some resume tips. So be concise and clear in your resume. The HR will not give more than 10 to 15 seconds to your resume. So your resume template should be very clear. So and it should be one pager. You don't have too many experiences or achievements in your life that your resume can exceed to 2 pages. So make it one pager only. Also, try to maintain a decent academic percentage. Above 80% is good and enough. And if you don't have 80%, then also it's all fine. As much as I know, Google does not judge based on your resume, based on your percentage when you apply off campus. But when you apply on campus, it's like Google select shortlist candidates who have percentage more than 85%. So anyways, you definitely apply for the program. Also, 2 3 attractive projects are very important to have in your resume. And it's like it can be in any tech bucket. It's not like you have to make in ML only or in WebD only. Make in any tech field, and try to showcase your projects in a very well manner. Like you should name your projects in a very great way that when a person listens to your project name, he says, "अरे वाह क्या project बनाया है." So and describe your project, that what you have made, and also add the tech stack, that what all things you have used to make this project.
Right. Let me add some points here.
Second tip is
It is not at all necessary. Yeah.
yeah, go
So,
Karishma.
first of all, you should explore all the fields which are there. Like, it is not at all necessary that you go into web development or Android development just because your seniors had done it. Just go through all the fields and pick one which you are most interested in. And also, I have seen many students just copying the code of various projects available on the internet and writing it on the resume. This might be good for some students, but this is not at all suggested because the interviewers are really experienced folks. They have been taking interviews from such a long time, and a lot of folks they have interviewed. So they
Audible.
exactly know what type of
Okay.
questions they need to ask you, and they'll actually know if the project has been made by you or it is just copied. So make sure that you make it or develop it yourself. And being just a college student, you do not have really much achievements. So making the resume of more than a page won't be a really good impression. So try to fit it one page itself.
Okay.
I think that will be
Yeah.
all for this.
Even if you are coding code from any website, you should know that what that code is doing. It's not like you just copy paste and don't even know that what your that code is doing. So you should be clear with every line of your code of your in your project. And yeah, it's very great to have programming achievements, like any contest rank in your Kickstart. Google organizes Kickstart every month, and Google Code Jam or ASM ICPC or various online contests. So it's like I think that my resume got selected just because I added 2 programming achievements in my resume, and also I added like some very good projects. So yeah, I think this is a very good thing to add 2 to 3 programming achievements in your resume to make it different from others and a very strong candidate. Okay.
And there's just a question in the chat like, can the projects be substituted with open source contributions? I think I am not sure about substituted, but if you really add your open source contributions, that is really a plus point for your resume. And also regarding open source, there are many other opportunities like you must have heard about the Google Summer of Code and other open source uh, contri- opportunities as well, which we will also be talking about later in the session. So you can also apply for that if you're really interested in open source. Yeah, Ananya can continue.
Yeah. Okay. So some interview tips. There are two interviews that Google schedule, and in each interview they give us two coding problems to solve in 45 minutes. So you don't have too much of time, and so you should manage your time very effectively. That don't waste too much time on thinking of something. If you are stuck, ask the interviewer that I am stuck, please help me. He will give you a hint that how you have to approach further. Also, write a well-structured code. Each and every line of your code gets reviewed by the hiring committee. So like write good variable names, good functions name. Don't repeat code twice or thrice. Instead, make functions and like think out loud. Each and everything that comes to your mind, you should say it to the interviewer so that he knows that what are you trying to think and what is your approach. Okay, and start with a brute force solution, then optimize it slowly and slowly. Don't just get to the optimized solution directly, so that the interviewer know your thinking process, that how you think. Also, um, yeah, ask questions from your interviewer. Clear the question at the starting itself. Don't be like just start writing your code. First ask what are the constraints and what are the conditions, and then start writing code if the interviewer thinks that yes, your approach is right. And at the end of the interview you can also ask for your feedback, that how did you perform. They always provide you.
Yeah, and adding some points here. In an interview, the interviewer might ask you some like open-ended questions, like they might be general questions, and they want you to think about the edge cases or the assumptions there. So just tell the interviewer what you are thinking. Don't assume in your mind and start coding. And please remember that before writing the code, you should tell the interviewer your approach and what you are about to write, because if you end up writing something which was incorrect, that will only waste your time and that will be really wasteful. So that is not at all appreciated. So keep talking to your interviewer, even if you don't get the optimized approach at once. Just go through the just tell the brute force approach to the interviewer. Your interviewer might help you or tell you in what direction you need to go further, what optimizations you need to do in lines of like space complexity or time complexity. So the interviewer will tell you. It is always a two-way process, not a one-way. So interviewer is there to help you. Keep talking to the interviewer.
Yeah. Okay. So how to prepare? It's never late to start. Just practice, practice, and practice. There are many online coding platforms where, like Hacker and Hacker, LeetCode, anything. You can choose any in which you are comfortable and try to practice as many questions as you can. Your fundamentals of programming and data structures should be very clear. And yeah, and I think like in other companies, many questions from OS, DBMS, and networking are asked. But in Google, it's not the case. They only ask two coding problems. They don't even ask for your projects, that what you build and any other CS fundamentals. They only focus on coding. But in other companies, interviews mainly ask for the OS and DBMS things. So do practice and focus on that subjects also. Karishma?
Yeah, and this is regarding that we were not asked about the projects and these CS subjects. They might have asked other students. So we are not saying that do not prepare for them or they won't be asked. We are just sharing our experience with you. And regarding the CS subjects, they are really important. Do not ignore them at all. Like for other companies as well. Like we both had also interviewed for Amazon as well. So there we were asked thorough questions on the theory subjects, like the basic OOPS concepts. They were really asked. And if they might be easy, but if you haven't revised or you don't know the basic concept, you might not be able to answer them in an interview, because in an interview the environment is really different. Even if you know it, you might not be able to say it because you really get nervous. And these step interviews were actually our first interviews, so we were really nervous at that time, so we actually know how it feels. So in order to prepare, if you also do some mock interviews, that will also help you, I guess, so with your friends. Or there are also platforms available online where you can take mock interviews. That can really help. And there is also one question in the chat, that is it open for students of all branches? Uh, I'm really not sure because on the internet it is not mentioned explicitly anywhere that these branches are allowed, but they have also not barred any branch. So if you, even if you are not from CSE or related branches, it's good. It's always good to apply if you think your coding skills are good. Because at the end of the day, I think your coding skills and resume is what will help you get shortlisted.
Also, to add one point, you can also try competitive programming if you are interested in it. Practicing from Codeforces or CodeChef will give you an confidence that you can crack any question placed before you, and like they will build up your logic building. Internship experience. So yeah, our internship experience was super awesome. We had a incredible learning experience. The knowledge we gained there was highly insightful, and also we created some great friends with our teammates, and we learned how to cooperate in a team and manage a team. Also, we had a lot of fun with Googlers, but yeah, we at the same time we missed a lot of on-set works. Like we have learned a lot about we have listened a lot about Google food and all, so we missed that. But yeah, in virtual also it was an amazing experience.
Yeah, and the
Karishma?
friends which we made, we are still in touch with them, with our mentors and hosts. So I think the lifetime bonds have been made. We will also be in touch with them next year as well. So that was really great. And the picture you see that is coming right from Ananya's house, that these are the swags that we had got from Google. We also got a laptop and monitor and all that for working.
But
That
for
will be
working
returned, but we also we
also.
had.
Okay. Other opportunities. So there are Intuit Augment Mentorship Program. So which Intuit mentor us like what should be the how should you prepare for the interviews, and you also get an internship opportunity for interviews at Intuit also. Like that also we have a Codex mentorship program by Microsoft and Flipkart Girls Who Code mentorship program. You can always apply from them. I think Codex was Codex application started in March, and for Flipkart, it was I think in January or
In the next
December around.
semester, in the winter semester
Yeah, yeah.
itself.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
and
also.
these first three that Intuit Augment, Microsoft Coders, and Flipkart Girls Who Code. For that, the companies come on campus. Like, I mean, from on campus, the message for that was circulated on our like class groups. So that will really help. Really, like keep a check on the WhatsApp group of your class. That will uh, that will keep you in touch with all these opportunities. And then there's this Google Summer of Code, and that is the saying that open source opportunity for you people. And then there's this outreachy open source Rails Girls Summer of Code. Women Tech Maker Scholarship is a really great opportunity. Like you get, you also get a trip, a full funded trip, but this time it's virtual. And also I think whoever gets this Women Tech Maker Scholarship gets shortlisted in the Google interviews, for the Google interviews as well. Like they get
Yeah.
an edge over other candidates. So that is also great. And there are these contests from Google, like coding competitions, Google Code Jam 2.io, that is this for women, and the Kickstart competition. Then Facebook also conducts a coding competition, Facebook Hacker Cup. Like I've heard that that's really tough. So just saying. And ACM ICPC contest is also a coding contest. Ananya had college rank 2 here.
So I want to
And
add something
Microsoft.
in this Google Code Jam to Women IO. If you will achieve, I think rank under 500, I guess. So Google gives you a free tip to Google Code Jam to IO, the conference IO that Google holds every year, and also ASM is a very great opportunity for those who love competitive programming. So the contest will held in October this October. So and applications will open in September. And if you get shortlisted, yeah, then there will be an on-site contest. So yeah, you can always apply from then also.
And having good ranks in such coding competitions are also great to have on a resume, like we had mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And there's a question in the chat: which theory subjects particularly are we questioned on? So right now you are in second year. I assume you are in second year. So, like all the subjects related to computer science, like operating systems, you will be having, I think, this year. I'm not at all sure about the curriculum, which the new curriculum which you guys are having, but I think you will have OS, and then DBMS will be there, database management system, and OOPS will be there, object oriented programming. So that these three are really important. Like whenever you are studying for the college curriculum, make sure that you study them properly, because that will be helpful for your interviews as well. And I think these are the subjects which are important. And obviously DS and ADA you will be having. That is the most important.
Okay,
Okay,
contact
so
us.
you are in MAE department. I'm
Yeah.
one second, Ananya. You are in MAE department, so you won't be having these in your curriculum, I believe. So you will have to, if you are interested in these tech companies and want to get a job here, you will have to study that yourself. Like you can take courses online, or like there are many available websites like Coursera and Udemy. There are websites from which you can take online courses. They are really helpful. Like it's not that they're online so they won't give you proper information. They are proper. And you also have books are really helpful. Like I had studied all these subjects directly from books, so they are really great to read, sorry.
Okay, so you can contact us on our LinkedIn profiles. Just you have to text us, and we will be available for you. So these two are our LinkedIn profiles. If anyone wants to get your resume reviewed by me or by Karishma, you can text us on LinkedIn and that the please review our resume. And if anyone wants to see my resume through which I got shortlisted, you can just message me. I will surely provide you.
Yeah. And if
Okay.
we apply and don't get selected, does that impact our further applications? Uh, According to what I know, that does not impact your further applications. But Japlindi or Pratisha Di, if you want to add something here, if you know.
No, definitely, it does not affect your future applications. You should definitely apply as much as you can.
So any questions?
They are writing in the chat actually, Ananya.
You can speak also.
They did not
Dee,
used to
from where
speak.
did you take the coachings, or did you do self study?
So I took a coaching from coding blogs, but it is not at all necessary. There is a lot of content online. You have to search, and there's no need. But if you want anyone to spoon feed you that please do this problems, or if you are not make if you are not able to make your concepts clear, then you can join them. Otherwise, you can do yourself also. Karishma can
So,
add.
so did you think
Yeah.
personally they help like जेई की
So
तरह
one
मतलब
second.
जेई की कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट क्या?
Yeah, just one second. Sharing my experience here, I did not take really any coaching for coding. I mean, you have seen two examples here. Ananya had taken and I had not taken. So this is really up to you, like what you feel. If you are self motivated and you think you can do it, like it's not a compulsion at all. There are other seniors, our seniors as well, who haven't done it. So it is not at all necessary. It is your wish and your comfort. If you want to get trained by someone like who is there to teach you, you need to go there and then only you will study. Then you can go there, but it is not compulsory, is what I feel.
So what you can do, you
And
can
there
try
were questions.
yourself क्वेश्चंस लाइक तुम खुद नेट पे थोड़ा देखो, अगर समझ नहीं आ रहा कि रिकर्जन कैसे काम कर रहा है या फंडामेंटल्स नहीं समझ आ रहे तो कोचिंग पे ज्वाइन करना, वरना कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. एंड आई विल प्रेफर लाइक आजकल तो बहुत हमारे कॉलेज से पेप कोडिंग पे ही सब फोकस कर रहे हैं, तो मैंने सुना है पेप कोडिंग ज़्यादा अच्छा है कोडिंग ब्लॉक्स और निंजा से. अगर ज्वाइन करो तो पेप कोडिंग ही करना फिर.
Di, am I audible?
या
दी एक्चुअली अभी मैं मतलब 11th 12th में नहीं थी सी प्लस प्लस, तो अभी फर्स्ट ईयर में या मतलब वेब कोडिंग से करा कोर्स मैंने डीएस एल्गो का. बट वो मतलब ओनली 50-60% समझ आया. तो अभी मतलब मैं दोबारा रिवाइज कर रही हूँ. पहले तो कोडिंग बिल्कुल अच्छी नहीं लगी, अभी थोड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है डीएस एल्गो. और अभी मैंने 2 months के लिए मतलब वेबटी की ट्रेनिंग भी करी थी. तो उसमें ऑलमोस्ट मतलब फ्रंट एंड अच्छे से कर लिया, अभी बैक एंड एक्सप्लोर करना बचा है. तो अभी फ्रंट एंड बोरिंग लग रहा है थोड़ा, मतलब पहले तो बहुत अच्छा लगा था, तो अभी व्हाट शुड आई डू? आई मीन सम पीपल आर सेइंग कि वेब पे फोकस करो, जी सॉफ्ट के लिए फोकस करो, कुछ बोल रहे कि डीएसआर को पूरा 4 साल काम आएगा, प्लेसमेंट उसके बेसिस पे होनी है, इंटर्नशिप जो भी सेकंड ईयर के बाद लगती है उसके बेसिस पे होनी है, तो व्हाट शुड आई डू? आई एम टोटली कंफ्यूज नाउ।
Isha, actually, you need to first explore both the fields. Like coding, एक तरफ है, and GSOC, like open source, is different. So if you want to go towards GSOC and not step internship, which we are talking about, so you can focus on development more, like web development, which you were talking about. But if your aim is cracking step internships, and first of all, for that you need to have interest in coding, like which you mentioned, are not much interested. You need to see what you are interested in more. You need to develop some interest for that. And if you are interested in step internships, so I believe you should focus more on coding, is what I
And
believe. And also, just to add here, I also did not have C plus any code, like computer science course in my 11th 12th. I am also a non-CS student, so I don't think that will affect you much or will make much of a difference there.
ओके, आई विल ऑल्सो लाइक टू ऐड। तो यार जी सॉक के लिए ना मतलब पहले से कुछ प्रिपेयर नहीं करना पड़ता, जिससे जब खुलेगा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आती हैं तुम उसमें डायरेक्टली कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हो और तभी सीख सकते हो। जी सॉक के लिए पहले से कुछ प्रिपरेशन की ऐसी कुछ ज़रूरत नहीं होती है। और दूसरा कि या मेरे ख्याल से तो डीएस एल्गो इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। तो अगर तुम स्टेप इंटर्नशिप पे फोकस कर रहे हो गूगल की, तो डीएस एल्गो को तो फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी दो ही। यार प्रोजेक्ट्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं, पर डेवलपमेंट साइड बाय साइड हो सकती है रोज, लेकिन उसके लिए तुम डीएस एल्गो तो मत ही छोड़ो। और अभी तो लाइक जैसे तुम कह रहे हो इतने इंटरेस्टेड नहीं हो, तो अभी बेसिक्स पे फोकस करो। पेप कोडिंग वगैरह पे क्या करते हैं, वो 2 महीने में पूरा सिखाने की कोशिश करते हैं, पर हर कोई बच्चे को इतनी जल्दी ग्रैप नहीं कर पाता है। तो अभी बेसिक सीखो डीएस एल्गो के। जो भी वेबसाइट अच्छी लग रही है, मुझे बेसिकली लीड कोड और इंटरव्यू बहुत अच्छा लगता था, उसमें कंपनी वाइज थे। पर अगर तुम्हें हैकर रैंक वगैरह कुछ पसंद आ रहा है तो वहाँ से करो। और प्रोजेक्ट के लिए तो यार इतना टाइम मत दो कि तुम बिल्कुल प्रोफेशनल एक वेबसाइट बनानी है तुम्हें, इतना तो कोई नहीं कर पाता है। एक बेसिक सा सिंपल सा अच्छा सा प्रोजेक्ट बनाओ जिस पे तुम 3-4 मिनट बोल सको कि हाँ मैंने ये बनाया है। और यार मतलब वो रिज्यूमे में बहुत अच्छा उसे अच्छी तरह ना शोकेस करो, चाहे वो इतना अच्छा हो भी नहीं ना, तो भी उसे शोकेस करो। लाइक क्या होता है, बच्चे टिक टैक टो गेम लिख देते हैं, अब टिक टैक टो तो कोई भी बना लेता है। लाइक तुम उसको टिक टैक टो को थोड़ा चेंज करो, अपना ही कुछ गेम बनाओ, उसको थोड़ा बहुत चेंज करके, लाइक जीरो क्रॉस को चेंज करके कुछ और कर सकते हो, उसको अपना नेम दो एक प्रोजेक्ट को। या टिक टैक टो सुन के सबको ही लगता है अच्छा टिक टैक टो बनाया है, लेकिन कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग नेम दिया करो उन्हें। तो प्रोजेक्ट्स लाइक ऐसे यार थोड़ा बना सकते हो, ये नहीं कि पूरा पूरा दिन तुम वेब डी करे जा रहे हो, डीएस नहीं कर रहे हो।
या एग्जैक्टली, सो मतलब वेब डी इज मतलब जिस वीकेंड का काम और बाकी पूरा मतलब डीएसआर को भी फोकस, आई मीन पूरा रोज 6 to 7 10 questions basically डीएसआर को
Honestly,
भी।
Isha, I'd like to add a point here. It actually depends on what your goals are in the future. If you want to apply for a job right after your undergraduate, then definitely what Karishma and Ananya are saying, you should focus on DSA. But if you want to go for higher studies, if you're exploring that domain, then such achievements like GSOC, etc., would add a lot to your resume. तो उस केस में you'll have to figure out first कि what is your priority, तुम्हें क्या करना है आगे. If you want to go for a MS or maybe an MBA, then your resume matters a lot, and then these achievements like this would count a lot more than maybe your DSA skills. But if you want to definitely go for a job, then DSA is the way forward.
थैंक यू दी।
Yeah, Karishma, I feel there are questions in the chat.
Yeah, just reading. Regarding how can we make innovative projects, I think that Ananya had really explained well regarding that tic-tac-toe scenario. I think that answers the question. And how can we know about all these scholarships? I think on LinkedIn, all like mostly the companies as well as the students who have already got these scholarships talk about them a lot. They put up posts, etc. So that is a really great place to know about all these scholarships. Otherwise, you can also keep a check on the company's sites as well, respective sites. They will keep updating the timelines regarding these scholarships. And Ananya, anything like, do you know anything else regarding this?
Yeah, yeah, we have already mentioned all these scholarships and all. Like, yeah. Any other questions?
So
दी
what
like
exactly?
1 year
No,
1
Aditi,
year ago
please.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, so I was asking, 1 year back in time, what was your level of preparation for this step internship? Like, were you doing a lot of CP at this point of time, or were you like just starting out?
ओके, सो मैंने जो अपना कोडिंग ब्लॉक्स का ज्वाइन किया था वो मैंने अभी समर वेकेशंस में ज्वाइन किया था, पर लाइक कोडिंग मैंने फर्स्ट ईयर से स्टार्ट कर दी थी, पर इतना क्लियर नहीं हुआ था मुझे, तो मैंने कोडिंग ब्लॉक ज्वाइन किया था। उसके बाद आई गॉट माई फंडामेंटल्स वेरी क्लियर और लाइक काफ़ी क्वेश्चंस मैं कर पाती थी। उसके बाद लाइक मैंने कोड शेफ एंड कोड फोर्सेस वगैरह शुरू किया था, और लेकिन मेरे जो मेरे प्रोग्रामिंग अचीवमेंट्स थे जो मैंने अपने रिज्यूमे में ऐड किए थे, वो तो लाइक दिसंबर और अक्टूबर में ही ऐड हुए थे, तो ऐसे तो चल रहा है। अभी तो मेरा रिज्यूमे खाली पड़ा था 1 साल पहले की बात देखें तो अभी तो तुम पे बहुत टाइम है। जस्ट प्रिपेयर, यू हैव 6 months टू प्रिपेयर। करिश्मा।
I agree to this. Like I agree. Like 1 year back at this point of time, my resume was almost empty. Like whatever I have right now, not most of the things were not there at this point of time. Like 1 year back. So the time you have right now is really important and really crucial. This is the time you need to spend on your skills, and then whatever you do at this time will add to your resume. Like keep adding, do stuff which you can add in your resume if your goal is step internships or GSOC or something like that. So what exactly is done during step internships? Can you tell something about what you made in the project? This year, since it was virtual, so step interns had done open source projects, but this is not usually the case. Like Japlin, the had done step internship last year, and and Japlin, the can throw some light on what she had done last year, which was really different from what we had done.
Okay, sure. So usually, step internship is done in pairs or in groups of three. Like last year, I did it in a pair. Like I had another step intern working with me on the same project, and this year these guys did it in groups of three. So essentially, the aim is again very similar. You get a project to work on. When I got it, it was on like on the internal tool, so it was something Google specific. It was something on Google platforms again. So can't really disclose much about it, but believe me, it was like an amazing experience. I'm sure Karishma and Ananya can back me up on that. So I mean, the learnings that you get throughout those 10 or maybe 6 weeks, it's huge. So it does not always depend on the circumstances. Like this year, we had a virtual internship. That was okay. That was completely fine. I mean, still the projects that we worked on, see, the point is when you're working for a company like Google, you see the scale or the impact that your project can make, and that makes it all the more worth it. So you don't shy away from going the extra mile or putting in extra hours and doing what you have to do. So my work was very very much related to data analysis last year. So that was very challenging, and that was very rewarding as well when we got the results. So that was the thing, and I feel it depends on person to person. Somebody had full stack projects, somebody had ML projects, so there's no limit to what stack you get to work on. But the projects are really really interesting, and they are just as any internship would be. They are working on any specific team in any specific team on any particular product. So that is what it is usually in the internship. And yeah, anything else you want me to describe about the internship project? Yeah, you can mention
No,
it
I
on
think that will be all. Thank you
okay.
so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Jablindi, there. And there is a question: do the projects we make in the hackathon, can we include them in our resume under the project section? Yes, definitely. The projects which you make in the hackathon can be included in the project section. Um, and you can also, if you won something, like you were a runner-up or something, you can also add that in your achievements section. So that participating in hackathons is really good if you are interested in development or that side or that part. Ananya had also participated in, I think, SIH, and Japlindi had also participated in SIH. I had not done, so they both can throw some light if they want.
या आई पार्टिसिपेटेड बट आई डिडंट गेट शॉर्टलिस्टेड। हाँ, तो या लाइक अगर डेवलपमेंट बहुत अच्छा लगता है, बना सकते हो हैकाथॉन वगैरह, तो बहुत अच्छी बात है।
See, I
स्ट्रैटेजी
feel
बोल सकते हैं.
the question here is that should they be mentioning that as a part of their individual resume? So I feel ये doubt तभी आ रहा है because you're not too sure about the entire concept of the project. You're just sure about your part of the project. That's fine. You can mention it in the resume that this was a group project and you did it in a group of say जितने भी 5-6 people. But this was your particular task and this is what you learned and this is what you did. So whenever like supposedly कोई interview ले रहा है तुम्हारा and they see this part, this project in your resume, they might ask you questions about it. And honestly, they would not expect you to maybe code the entire app khud se. So don't worry if you've worked in a team and you've built a product, you can still write it, but just be sure and clear about the parts that you've done because you'll be asked to explain them if they ask you questions related to your resume. So just be confident in your part and you can just clearly mention it there that बाकी parts किसी और team member ने करे. It was a group project and मेरा ये part था, मैंने ये किया. And you should be again confident about whatever projects you write in your resume ताकि कोई भी कुछ भी question पूछे you should be able to answer because it will reflect very badly if you're not able to answer about your own resume. So make sure that you mention stuff which you are confident about.
Okay. So the argues that we did not take coaching. So from which particular? Just when I said that I did not take any coaching, just wanted to throw some light that I did prepare myself well. Like whatever they teach in the coachings, well, they teach the data structures, basic data structures and algorithms. I studied them myself. First of all, I had studied from some books. I code in Java, so I had preferred reading some books on Java as well. And also there are platforms like this Hacker Earth, and on Hacker Earth there are many tutorials on all the data structures, which will clear all your basic fundamentals. So those tutorials are really great. And then Geeks for Geeks is a really great site from where you can take up questions as well as great tutorials are also mentioned there. And apart
T, could you
from that,
repeat the name of
there
the site before the one which you mentioned before, Geeks for Geeks?
Hacker Earth, I said, like there are tutorials there, I believe, if they are still there, they must be there. And right, and there are also many videos available on YouTube for like if there is one particular questions, there will be 10 different videos by 10 different users on how to solve that questions, maybe in say 2 to 3 different ways with 2 to 3 different approaches. So like if you're really interested and you want to gain knowledge, you need to take efforts to like watch them and understand from depth what they want to explain and what this question really asks. So like there are many resources. If you have the dedication, you need to work hard for that. And you might need to work harder because you don't actually have some tutor on your head telling you what to study, where to study, and when to study. So you need to make a timeline yourself for that. So but if you have the dedication, you can do it. The only point is that you can do it.
I had
And
to ask one thing that I've been coding in C++ since 11th standard and I'm very comfortable in it. But like when we started our second year, so sir said that obviously C++ cannot be linked with the backend. So when you need to develop, you have to either switch to another language, maybe Java or .NET, to create the basic interface for the front end. And like I did C++ and then I moved to AR development and I've been getting a good response from that side. So if I just do C++ as the for the interview aspect and I continue with AR, would that be fine? Or I need to learn another language for the front end side?
sticking to one language is definitely good. Like, I mean, what I mean to say is knowing two languages is not necessary, but I do not clearly understand the front end and back end which you were saying. So,
So
Ananya
yeah,
or Japreendi.
see, for DS and Algo and for interviews and all, you can always code in C++. But yeah, yes, for development, you will have to. I think you will have to learn either Java or Python as per your project. So it's not that
I
you
feel,
know.
yeah, Ananya, go ahead.
It's not like you know everything, like how if you are doing it in Java, that how every function in Java works, or like you can just be abhi bol do.
Okay, so I feel that if you want to continue with C++ as your DSA का language, then you should do it because if see, it was the same case with me. मैंने 11th 12th में I did C++ and I was most confident in it. But obviously जब projects की side आई, development की side है, तो C++ was not that handy. I wouldn't say उससे हो नहीं सकता, obviously उससे हो सकता है. हमने 12th के projects भी उसी में बनाए हैं और इंटर्नशिप में भी मेरा काफ़ी काम सी प्लस प्लस में भी था बिकॉज इट्स वेरी स्केलेबल, इट्स वेरी रोबस्ट. बट व्हेन वी टॉकिंग अबाउट कॉलेज लेवल का प्रोजेक्ट्स वी डू नॉट रियली केयर अबाउट स्केलेबिलिटी और रोबस्टनेस एट दैट स्केल. तो उस टाइम पे वी फील दैट मे बी पाइथन, जावा या जो भी लैंग्वेज दैट यू आर यूजिंग माइट बी मोर हेल्पफुल इन मेकिंग द प्रोजेक्ट्स. So that's fine. You don't need to like know the inside out of that language which you're making projects in, but at least जितना भी तुम्हारा use case है उससे specific you should be having a good decent knowledge about. बाकी if you want to make C++ your main language, go ahead and do that. Does that answer your question?
Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Dev.
So Pratisha Di has also mentioned a link in the group, in the chat, which you all can see. It is regarding the Learned Girl mentorship program, I believe. That is also a great mentorship opportunity which we had missed in our slides, I think. So you can also go through that. And when can we apply for STEP internships? I think the applications will open in the next semester. Ananya, what was the time?
In January, yeah, in first week of January.
Yeah, so at that time it will open. So and we
We
had
will definitely share you the link when
yeah,
the applications will open.
yeah, and also we had mentioned a link in the chat regarding the career site, so you can also keep checking there yourself if you wish.
Yeah, you can apply some
Yes.
filters there so that you get notifications about a particular opportunity that interests you. So वो कर लो तो you'll get an alert also जब आएगा, वरना we'll be updating you anyway. That's okay.
So do we get to choose the location or are we assigned? Also, do we get to choose the location or are we assigned a specific location for being a step intern given that the COVID situation gets better next summer? That's interesting. Pooja Gira is really excited, I think. Yeah. So after you are selected and you're finally selected because it's a long process. So when you are selected, you will be asked to choose a location, I think, if I remember it correct. And
Yes.
also if the COVID situation is not there, yeah, so you will be asked regarding the location. So you can choose the specific location. I think in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Bombay,
Yeah,
and
that too. No, no, no. Like
no.
Mumbai and Gurgaon are not the tech campuses,
Oh,
as much as
okay.
I know.
Okay, so I
So
think Bangalore
Hyderabad
and
and
Hyderabad are an
Bangalore,
option.
yeah, and that doesn't guarantee that you will get that location only. If you fill
Yeah, yeah,
Bangalore, it might be possible that you don't get Bangalore.
yeah. So you can tell your preference, but it is not absolutely sure that you will get that.
Yeah, so they'll be mapping you based on your preferences as well as what your resume and your skills match to a project or not. So if your project skills match better to a project in Bangalore, they might ask you to try Bangalore, and if it's fine with you, obviously then you'll be going ahead.
Platforms and C++, though there is only a knowing one language properly is what is required. Like if you want, you can know more than one language. Like people know C++, Java, Python, I don't know and what sort of languages, but knowing one properly is it's the requisite. And if you want, you can always go for more languages if you are comfortable with that. And yeah, absolutely, there's only a difference of syntax, and also some basic fundamentals also differ if you actually see the differences between the languages. Which programming language should we choose for competitive programming? I do not know if there is a particular language which we should choose for competitive programming. If like Ananya or Japindi or anyone, do you know
So it's like,
if
yeah,
there is?
C++ is the best language. If you are new to both the languages and you are interested in competitive programming, then choose C++. But if you are already familiar with Java, then I think there is no need to switch to C++ just for CP. Everything in Java is also possible in CP as well.
Yeah,
I think
I
that
agree.
answers the question. Okay. Okay. What are the rounds of selection till the final selection? So usually we have for particularly for Google Step internships, we have two rounds of like after this resume selection and shortlisting, when your interviews are conducted, there will be two interviews, 45 minutes each is what usually the duration is, and two to three questions, coding questions will be asked, and you will have to code it. And I mean, usually this is what happens, but some people also have more than two rounds, so that is not definite, I believe. Default, should we learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or should we go with Python, Flask, and Django for front end? Which one is easier for projects? I For web development, I think you need to know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is what I know. I mean, I'm not much into web development, so I'm not really sure if like Ananya, are you
Yeah,
sure about web
HTML,
development? So
CSS,
can you?
and JavaScript you need to learn. It's on the back end that you want to do it with Django or like with Node.js and all. But I have also not done WebP, so I'm not very sure of it.
Yeah, I feel you can use Flask as well for front end, but again, it's subjective. There's no definite that this one is better than that way. It's as you're comfortable, and there are no like rights and wrongs in this domain. So go whatever in whichever field you're comfortable in.
Okay, so these, how much is competitive coding required? Should I focus more on competitive or interview prep right now? How much? I think first of all you need to focus, like if your goal is these tech companies, cracking the interviews of these tech companies, interview prep is something like, by interview prep I mean knowing the basics of uh, the data structures and algorithms, and knowing how to, which data structure to apply in which question, and what the question is asking and how to code it, like the basics and the fundamentals you need to know. And when it comes to competitive coding, I think it is more about time complexity is what I know. I mean, I have not done competitive coding much, I believe.
So yeah,
Ananya,
it's
would you
like
like to add something?
yes, definitely. So, competitive is nothing different from your DS and algos. For if you are focusing on the tech based and like for interviews and all, so definitely do these lead code interview and HackerRank and all, because they consist of questions that are directly asked in the interviews. But if you are very interested in coding and you enjoy doing coding, and so then you can go for CP. And also it's like CP अपने आप ही एक तुम्हें कॉन्फिडेंस दे देता है कि तुम्हारे पास कोई भी क्वेश्चन आ जाए तुम उसे सॉल्व कर दोगे। तो अगर लाइक इंटरव्यू में भी अगर नए क्वेश्चन ही आते हैं, ऐसे नहीं कि तुम्हें डायरेक्टली कोई उठा हुआ क्वेश्चन मिल रहा है, तो अगर तुमने सीपी करी होगी तो तुम उसे कर पाओगे। तो सीपी इज लाइक अगर तुम्हें मजा आ रहा है तो तुम कर लो, बट इट्स लाइक तुम खाली हैकर एंड लीड कोड और इंटरव्यू से भी काम चला सकते हो। और वैसे भी अगर सीपी करोगे तो रिज्यूमे भी बिल्डअप होगा क्योंकि कॉन्टेस्ट में रैंक्स आएंगी। तो
Excuse me जी, I wanted to ask like uh, हाँ एक्चुअली कोड शेफ पे तो होते रहते हैं कॉम्पिटिटिव कोडिंग कॉन्टेस्ट। तो एक में अगर पार्टिसिपेट करो इससे तो काफ़ी टाइम लगता है, मतलब अगर 10 डेज का होगा तो आप काफ़ी देर तक सोचते रहते हो तो काफ़ी टाइम डिवोट होता है। तो हमें कितना, अगर अगर इंटरव्यू प्रेप जैसे हमने सोचा हुआ है कि अगर फोर्थ सेम में करना भी है तो हमें कितना टाइम मैनेज करना चाहिए कॉम्पिटिटिव और इसके अंदर?
यार देखो लाइक इंटरव्यू बिट वगैरह तो रोज करा ही करो, लाइक जहाँ से भी कर रहे हो वो तो रोज करा ही करो। और उसके अलावा लाइक कोड शेफ तो ज़्यादा मैं नहीं करती, मुझे कोड फोर्सेस बहुत पसंद है। और उसमें 2-3 दिन में कॉन्टेस्ट होता है, वो भी 2 घंटे का होता है। तो तुम्हें 3 घंटे में सिर्फ 2 घंटे देना है और उसके बाद उस कॉन्टेस्ट को रिव्यू करना है। अगर रिव्यू नहीं करोगे तो सीपी करने का कुछ फायदा नहीं है। तो जितने क्वेश्चन तुम कर पाए लाइक कोड फोर्स से शुरू करो, उसमें लाइक 5-6 क्वेश्चन आते हैं, 2 घंटे का कॉन्टेस्ट होता है, हर 2 या 3 दिन में होता है। तो अगर 2 क्वेश्चन कर पा रहे हो तो लास्ट का लाइक जो थर्ड क्वेश्चन है उसको सॉल्व करके कोड करके सबमिट करो। ऐसे नहीं कि पढ़ लिया अप्रोच और समझ आ गया कि हाँ हो जाएगा, तभी इम्प्रूव करोगे अपने आप को। तो मेरे ख्याल से 2 दिन में एक कॉन्टेस्ट है और 3-4 घंटे देने पड़े हैं, तो वो ज़्यादा नहीं है इतना।
थैंक्स टीम।
All right, next question. When are the organizations for GSOC announced, and what do we need to do before that? Okay, I really do not know much about GSOC. I have not done anything related to that. I think Japlindi would be knowing something about it.
ओके तो यार टाइमलाइन मुझे भी नहीं पता है, There is a site for it. I can, I guess,
Karishma,
sum
can you
up
repeat the
the.
question?
Yeah. When are the organizations for GSOC announced, and when do we need to, and what do we need to do before that?
हाँ, so I can answer it.
Like,
Like ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस जो अनाउंस होती हैं वो फेब लास्ट में होती हैं. इस बार थोड़ा शायद लेट हुआ था, मुझे पूरा कंफर्म नहीं है, बट वो फेब लास्ट में अनाउंस होती हैं. उसके बाद तुम जाके हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पे सर्च कर सकते हो, लाइक उनसे कॉन्टैक्ट कर सकते हो, उनके जो ओनर वगैरह होते हैं कि हमें आपके प्रोजेक्ट में कंट्रीब्यूट करना है, हम इंटरेस्टेड हैं. और उनको फिर 1 महीना तुम्हें मिलता है पूरा एक वो बनाने के लिए, जो एप्लीकेशन तुम्हारी सबमिट होती है वो करनी होती है. पर एप्लीकेशन सबमिट से जितना मुझे पता है, रिया भाटिया दी का पिछली बार हुआ था, तो जो उन्होंने बोला था मैं वही बता रही हूँ कि एप्लीकेशन सबमिट तो करनी होती है बहुत अच्छे लिख के, बट उसके अलावा 1 महीने में तुम्हें कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन देने पड़ते हैं उस प्रोजेक्ट पे. लाइक पीआर भेजनी पड़ती है उन लोगों को, जिससे कि हाँ उन्हें लगता है कि येस दिस स्टूडेंट कैन डू एंड वी कैन सिलेक्ट इट, लाइक हर. सो ऐसे नहीं कि खाली एप्लीकेशन भर गया हो गया. तो वो एप्लीकेशन का जो प्रोसीजर स्टार्ट होता है वो मार्च में होता है.
yeah, and Japlindi has also mentioned a link in the chat related to this, to the organizations and GSOC thing. You can also refer to that. Okay, there's the next question. Can EC student apply for STEP internship? As mentioned, there is nothing specific given on the website as far as we know. We had checked, so I think you are open to apply. And but obviously, you should have good coding skills and resume and everything applies to you also. And you also won't be studying the CS subjects, so you should be knowing that, or you should study that side by side yourself.
एंड वन मोर
But you
थिंग,
can definitely apply.
या मतलब ईसी के भी स्टेप इंटर्न्स थे वहाँ पे, और इस बार गूगल ने हार्डवेयर स्टेप इंटर्न्स को भी हायर किया था. लाइक 4 हार्डवेयर इंटर्न्स थे वो स्टेप इंटर्न्स. तो वो ईसी प्रोफाइल या इलेक्ट्रिकल के आई थिंक वो ज़्यादा थे, तो यू कैन अप्लाई. हो सकता है कि हार्डवेयर स्टेप इंटर्न्स में वो लोग हायर कर लें.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And this reminds me of the fact that my co-intern was also from EC background, which I had forgotten. So
और
yeah, EC
वो
students
श्री
can also
स्टेप
apply.
इंटर्न ही थी, या सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट इंटर्न ही थी वो भी.
Yeah, exactly. So Pragati, you are very open to apply. You can apply. And is it safe to include languages that we are not very fluent in our skill section? Is knowing a bit more than the basics enough? I think you are talking about programming language, I believe. So Uh, I think you can mention which is your main language in your resume, like this, like C++ or Java is my main language, and this language is something I know basics about. Like I think that will be okay
या एक ऐसे बना
earlier
सकते हो
for
जैसे
anyone.
एक्सपीरियंस्ड में लाइक जावा है तो एक्सपीरियंस्ड में जावा लिख दो, और फ्लुएंट या जिससे तुम, या फ्लुएंट या फेमिलियर में लिख सकते हो कि सी प्लस प्लस या सी जो भी है तुम्हारी वो लिख सकते हो. तो ये लिख सकते हो. वो बेसिकली अगर क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे तो शायद तुमसे जावा से ही ज़्यादा फोकस करेंगे, क्योंकि तुमने एक्सपीरियंस में जावा लिख रखा है.
You can tell, like if it's an interview, you can tell them that this is my main language and these are the ones which I know something about, like not much.
यस.
And are Google STEM internships offered on campus or are to be applied off campus? See, for our college, Google comes on campus for the SWE internships, which are for the third year students and not for the STEP internships. Though Google comes to other colleges for STEP internships as well, but for our college till now it has not come. So you need to apply off campus. If it doesn't come next year also, we can't say, but if it doesn't come, you need to apply off campus.
या एज
And
मच
the
एज आई
process
नो
which we had.
गूगल, या गूगल लाइक स्टेप इंटर्न्स के लिए बहुत कम कॉलेजेस में जाता है. आई नो अ गर्ल, आई माई फ्रेंड फ्रॉम आईआईटी दिल्ली, वो बता रही थी कि उसके कॉलेज में भी स्टेप इंटर्न के लिए गूगल नहीं आती है. तो इट्स नॉट लाइक कि हमारे कॉलेज में नहीं आती है, तो कोई दुखी वाली बात नहीं है. यू कैन अप्लाई ऑफ कैंपस.
Yeah. And okay, thank you. I see many thank yous. Okay, I think the questions are done from here. And I think the session and the questions here also included most or all of the questions that were there in the in the form section which you had filled, the questions for the speakers. So that is also covered. If someone has any other question, they can also ask or type in the chat.
Any other questions? Anyone? Feel free to unmute yourself or type in the chat box.
The so when you were having your step internships, were you like also preparing for interviews for internships that you will be giving after your after your internships? Because मतलब just in case अगर return offer ना मिले, so like how do you manage both the things?
Nice question, Aditi. Like before the internship I started, I was also wondering about the same, but like the work is quite extensive. Like I felt so. I mean, a lot of work had to be done during the
Yes.
internship. So I personally did not get much time, or actually I did not get actually time for interview preparation, and because I was like more focused on the project which we had to do, because the technology which we had to use was new. Like we hadn't we I was not introduced to that before the project, so I had to first learn it and then apply it. So that was big, like huge for me. So I did not get much time for interview preparation. Ananya, did you get time?
यार इंटर्नशिप स्टार्टिंग से पहले कर सकते हो, तब तो टाइम होता है, तो इतना बस रिवाइज करने का थोड़ा होता है कि जो भी तुम्हारे डीएसएन को है उनको एक बार देख सकते हो। और वैसे भी लाइक इस बार तो हमारी इंटर्नशिप जून में एंड हो गई थी, हर बार वो जुलाई एंड में ही एंड होती है ड्यू टू वर्चुअल, वो जल्दी खत्म हो गई थी। तो या मतलब इंटर्नशिप प्रिपरेशन का तो इतना कुछ टाइम नहीं मिलेगा शायद।
But if you have like you have cleared these interviews for step internships, we believe, or they also believe, that you have good coding skills, so you won't feel much of a problem. You just need to revise again what you had already done.
Any other questions? Otherwise you can always reach us to in on LinkedIn and all, like मेरी email ID भी है, अगर LinkedIn प्रोफाइल पे है, तो अगर मेल करना हो कुछ तो मेल भी कर सकते हो डायरेक्टली।
कि आप एक बार लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल वापस बता दोगे?
या
करिश्मा chat पे question है.
uh, oh sorry, D, how did you manage college studies and assignments with interview prep? College studies and assignment, I mean, college studies and assignments were there, but if you have to do interview preparation, you need to take out time. I mean, it's very subjective. It depends on each day. You cannot just say that उस दिन ये करना है, उस दिन वो करना है। एकदम से कुछ ना कुछ कॉलेज का काम आ ही जाता है, तो तुम्हें वो करना ही पड़ता है, मतलब और कोई ऑप्शन है नहीं। तो मतलब देखना पड़ेगा, फिर वो डिपेंड करता है। एंड ऊपर से तुम लोग का लाइक करिकुलम भी काफी अलग सा है। तुम तो चलो भाई, तुम आई मीन तुम्हारे तो एक ही माइनर होते हैं, तुम इतनी टेंशन क्यों ले रहे हो कॉलेज की?
नहीं दी, कहीं कुछ चल नहीं, हमें 10 सब्जेक्ट तो और पढ़ा दिए, ये भी पढ़ लो, वो भी पढ़ लो, वो भी पढ़ लो, ये भी पढ़ लो, जीईसी कर दिया, इलेक्टिव कर दिया, कुछ कम नहीं हुआ, हमारा बढ़ गया सब कुछ।
भाई तुमने हमारा देखा नहीं है, तुम्हारा कुछ बड़ा बड़ा नहीं है। हम तो दो दो माइनर एक मेजर देते आ रहे हैं। तो
जब आप वो पहला माइनर देते हैं ना, तब हम क्लास वाले एग्जाम दे रहे होते हैं अलग, हमारा कुछ कम नहीं करा है, हमारे सब्जेक्ट्स एक्स्ट्रा कर दिए। सच बता रहे, कुछ कम नहीं हुआ है, आप लोग को पता नहीं क्यों इतनी खुशी होती है।
जो भी है यार, लाइक असाइनमेंट्स वगैरह तो ठीक है, बट कोडिंग का एक टाइम रखना जरूर, 3-4 घंटे तो रोज दिया करो कोडिंग को। असाइनमेंट भी इम्पोर्टेंट है पर ये भी इम्पोर्टेंट है।
हाँ, मतलब वो
See, I
अब
feel as
तुम भी
long as you're
तुम
regular. Yeah, Karishma, go ahead.
या नहीं नहीं नहीं, जब हिंदी आपको ज्यादा पता है।
अरे तुम बोलो यार.
जब लेने बोलो भाई।
Okay, so as long as you're regular with your college studies and you're regular with DSA, it should not be a problem. Because like माना कि चलो एक दिन असाइनमेंट आ गया, वो करना पड़ा, तो इट्स ओके। अगर तुम बाकी 300 डेज लगभग तुम रेगुलर रहे हो, तो व्हाट्स द मैटर यार। 60 दिन हम निकाल सकते हैं, इट्स ओके असाइनमेंट्स के लिए। और पेपर्स की बात है यार, तो वो मैनेज कर लोगे साथ में। जस्ट एज लॉन्ग एज सी, if you have to find time for something, you'll find time for it, believe it. और अगर नहीं निकालना है तो कुछ भी करके नहीं निकलेगा। तो just make sure that you have to maintain a right balance between college and this DSA preparation. I'm not saying you can leave either of them. You cannot. You have to do DSA for getting a good job or internship or placement, and you have to maintain college grades also. उनको भी नहीं ignore कर सकते हो। So you have to maintain a full balance. I'm not saying like it will be easy. Of course, it will be difficult and it's not easy. But if you ask me if it's worth it, then definitely a 200% worth it. You have to manage both of them, and you'll be able to do it also. Pakka.
And when Japlindi says something, you need to listen because she did step internship, she did SWE internship. I mean,
And
internship
hopefully
had
she will
given
convert it to
twice.
PPO.
Okay. And yeah, regarding PPO, Google also gives PPO, but the results come quite late. Like
Yeah, so I've
Japlindi
been getting a lot of
finished her.
I've been getting a lot of queries regarding the thing that does Google offer PPOs or not. Yes, it surely does offer PPOs. It's just that the process is a bit rigorous, so the results are usually announced a bit late. That is it. They do offer PPOs. So yeah, you have to give your best shot for this company. Whenever you're preparing for it, you have to give your 200%.
So previous time only Chaplin was the step intern, and this time we two were there, and this time we want at least four to get selected from our college for the step intern program. So do your best.
Talia for Ananya Jain for that. And Japlindi, Pooja Gera has written something for you. Listening and watching her since Kickstart Roadshow in August 2019.
Okay, I don't know what to reply, but thank you.
By the way, we have also been listening and watching Jablindi since we were in first year. So yeah, she's someone to be followed. And if someone is overwhelmed by whatever we had said during the session, believe us, we were there in your place last year, like 1 year back. But ultimately, things will fall in place if you are dedicated enough. So take your time, make a schedule, make a timeline properly according to your skill set and how much you are able to gain in a single day or in a week or so. It does not matter like if someone else is able to do more than you or it is ahead of you, it does not matter much. You need to give your best. Do not get uh, stressed about it if you are not able to do it. Just keep giving your best.
Yeah, so I guess we are almost on time. So let's. Okay, we have a question. Karishma.
When the applications for step open, can we approach you for guidance? Then I would
Definitely.
like to get my result checked by you before sending it for the application.
एप्लीकेशन
Yeah,
भेजने
Vani,
से
I
पहले तो
think
हमें एक बार रिज्यूमे भेज ही देना, हम लोग रिव्यू कर देंगे.
yeah, actually, like that
Yeah,
is
I
why we have
feel so.
mentioned
I when
our
I'm saying this, I say it for all three of us, or in fact all of us. Feel
Yeah.
free to approach your seniors. They are there for guiding you. Feel free to get to them anytime. Just don't think कि चलो जब अप्लाई करना होगा तब पूछेंगे. अभी भी पूछना है. इन दोनों का LinkedIn प्रोफाइल सामने स्क्रीन पे है. स्पैम कर दो इन लोग को. ठीक है. Don't worry. They'll be replying and they are good people. So don't worry on that front. And feel free to contact any of us. We'll be happy to review your resumes, all your applications, anything. And yeah, any other questions?
अभी हो सकता है आजकल मैं लिंक्डइन पे रिप्लाई ना दूं, मेरा लिंक्डइन प्रोफाइल इन लोगों ने ब्लॉक कर दिया. एक दिन के लिए.
क्या फिर
Oh,
क्यों क्या हो गया? अच्छा
अरे
मतलब
यार
बाद
मैंने
में बताइयो
बहुत
छोड़.
सारी. हाँ.
अच्छा एंड और रेफरेंस की लाइक भैया हम कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स हैं वी कैन नॉट गिव रेफरेंस राइट नाउ सॉरी पूजा यू आर टू मच एक्साइटेड and already connected with
No,
them.
I meant that, connect us with somebody who can give us. So that's what I meant. And excitement is always nice. So I don't really mind that. That's a compliment.
या यू कैन
Yeah,
कनेक्ट ऑन
sure,
लिंक्डइन, लाइक
got
जो
it.
भी गूगलर्स हैं या तो फिर हमारे आईजीटीयू के जो हमारे सीनियर्स हैं जो अब गूगल में वर्क कर रहे हैं, उन लोगों से हमेशा मैसेज कर सकते हो कि आप प्लीज हमें रेफर दे दो. स्टेपन के लिए दे देते हैं मोस्टली काफी लोग.
Yeah, and already accepted Karishma Diyete. I am sorry, Vani. I am not really much active on LinkedIn right now. I will do accept your connection request. Sorry for that. And Anushka Singh, the which tech society should we go for in our college? Uh, in a virtual environment, I do not know tech societies or any societies how much they matter, but which Lenin is a tech society. I think you can definitely join Lenin. they will roll out the form for mentors, mentees, and all later. You can join. That's a great society. Ananya and I had been mentees at Lean since first year, so that's great. And other tech societies, I think, what is there? Techsters is there something, and Techno Literati is there, but I'm not sure how much active they are. I mean, you can join, but if they're not active, then that's waste. But you can give it a try. You must have given it a try in first year. You might be knowing about them.
ऑल्सो वन मोर थिंग, लाइक
And
जो भी टेक सोसाइटीज या टेक प्रोग्राम जो भी ज्वाइन कर रहे हो वो लिंक्डइन पे जरूर अपने रिज्यूमे में जरूर मेंशन कर देना कि इस सोसाइटी में, ये टेक्निकल सोसाइटी हमारे कॉलेज की है और लाइक मैं इसमें मेंटी हूँ या मेंबर हूँ, तो रिज्यूमे को थोड़ा टेक बेस्ड साइड ले जाता है.
And what is the referral thing? Referral thing is that thing. मतलब, if you get a referral for your application, that your application, I mean, your application stands a higher chance for getting shortlisted for the interview rounds. That is it. Like, it's nothing that you will get an interview call or you will get shortlisted or something for the role itself. It's just that your application gets a boost or an edge over other candidates if you have a referral. How do we get referrals? As Ananya had mentioned in the beginning of the session, you can talk to people on LinkedIn who are working at Google, and tell them about your achievements or skills or resume. And if they find you good enough, they might be able to refer you.
Yeah, I guess so. We are done with today's session. And if you have any further questions, feel free to shoot them across to Nanya or Karishma or me. And firstly, thank you so much, Karishma and Ananya, for joining us today. It was a lovely session. And yeah, I hope the audience gained a lot of insightful things from this session.